Hey guys, this is Paul from Smart Easy DIY. Today I wanted to talk to you about setting posts for my pole barn house, setting up the strings and laying it out and getting the posts set up. So welcome to episode 3. This is kind of just a quick overview of what I did. It's not really that interesting of a video, I didn't think, but kind of wanted to show you what I ran into for myself, just give you a quick overview. This is just what I'm in the middle of right now, so just wanted to go ahead and show you. So I got my building here. I got it kind of marked out here, but I wanted to kind of go over it with you guys, what I ended up doing. Anyways, what I did here is I set up these batter boards. Some people call them batter boards, some people call them, just corner boards. I stayed about 7 feet back from the corner when I set them up, and I gave myself a 4-foot wide board just so I have lots of room to work with when I'm squaring it up later. And so just looking down the row here, this is my corner right here. So what I did is I used the transit, a laser transit. You're going to need one anyways when you're setting up one of these pole buildings here. So you can rent one or you can buy one. I found a really good one that I like. It's called a CTS Burger, and I'll include a link in the video description below the video where you can find one if you want to check it out. They're a little bit pricey, but if you're going to need one for the whole project, sometimes they're worth a good investment. I really like this one because it was very accurate. And anyways, what I ended up doing was the 4 corners, if you're looking down the lengthways of the building, I set those up with a laser transit so they're all the same height, so the string is pretty much the same. And then coming the other way across, I dropped it a 3/4 inch down lower when I used my laser transit. That way the strings don't touch. As you can see there, they have a little bit of room between them. You want to be able to wiggle them and not have them rub on each other, otherwise you can run into a problem. Now you can see here, I got quite a few different marks and different holes. That's kind of where I had to move it around to square up the building. You have to have somebody to help you measure, and I recommend using screws because they're very easy to move around and to change, if you have to change it, to get everything square. And I found a couple calculators that help you figure out your exact measurement cross corner if you want. I'll link to them in the video description too if you want to check them out. They were very helpful. And you just put in the measurement that you want and they'll tell you exactly what your cross corner measurement is going to be. So it kind of takes all the guesswork out of it for you. Now this is just to show you my other corners here that I have. They're really pretty easy to set up once you kind of get the idea. You just want to stay back. Like I said, I stayed about 7 feet back, and just to give yourself some room to work with your skid steer and stuff. Now when you're looking down the thing there, you got to think about with a pole barn house about post layout compared to like where your windows and doors want to be. So for me, for example, I ended up going like 10, 20, 28, 38, 48, 56, 64 because I went some 10-foot spacing and some 8-foot spacing based on where my windows and doors came out, because you can't move a post, later, so you have to think about those things. Now here's my setup here. It's a 2-foot auger. I rented it from a local place, and this thing should work really good for me, I hope. I have high hopes for it. I got a skid steer bucket with it too, with the rental. And these Caterpillars are really nice machines. They're all hand control, so they're very easy to control. Now the only problem with this site is there's lots of rocks. As I found out, I got my son here watching me and he's pretty excited about the machine. But anyways, yeah, I've drilled in some beautiful sand before and stuff like that, but not here. I hit lots of rocks in this place here. So just wanted to kind of show you what I ran into. This machine, did a good job for me. I got down about 2 feet, and this is to kind of show you the holes after I got through the one round. And you can see, I didn't get very far. I got about a foot in that one. Of course, there's some loose stuff once you dig it out. Then going over to the next hole, this here was actually beautiful. This hole went all the way down. This was the best hole in the whole site right here. So out of 20 holes, I got 2 holes that went all the way down, so I only got 10% of them. Come to find out later, I ended up having to rent a jackhammer on the end of a mini excavator to get the holes deep enough. This is after I went through, just to kind of show you what some of the holes look like, and they just were very rocky. And depends where you dig, you're gonna find that too. But this is my very corner in the back corner of the building. I can't even get it started. As you can see, there's something down in there, and we'll see in a bit here what it is. Look at that thing. That thing's huge. This is my foot on it just to give you kind of an idea. That thing is a monster, and it was right under the surface. I couldn't even get that thing started when I did it. So yeah, it came out of that corner right there. So I'm going to have to remark that one and make sure I can figure out where the corner's supposed to be. Uh-oh, look what happened. I've never seen this before, and I've drilled quite a few. it seemed like the weld broke. It was a weak spot for it. So anyways, the rental guy is going to give me another bit. I ended up going with a smaller bit. He didn't have any more 2-foot bits, which a 2-foot was perfect because it gives you some room to work in there with your post later when you're going to set them. You don't want to have too small of a hole. And anyways, he ended up giving me a smaller one, but that still didn't do the trick. I ended up having to rent a jackhammer, like I said, and so I finally got him after doing a lot of hand digging as well. Long process to get all these holes put in. Stay tuned for more videos coming up of my process of building my pole barn house, amongst other videos as well. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are, and thanks for watching, guys.